This is a recipe that I may have done before, that you may have seen before, but I'd like you to see it again because it's such a winner. It's so easy and so delicious, and no one can ever believe that something so good could be so easy. Well, this is called Alpine eggs. It came originally from Mrs. Beeton, and I think she called it that because she used Swiss cheese. But today I'm using some grated cheddar cheese. And I've got here a very well buttered gratin dish or shallow baking dish, and I'm going to put half the cheese in the baking dish first of all and spread it out rather like a wall-to-wall carpet, and then I'm going to break on top of that 6 nice fresh eggs. And the reason I say nice fresh eggs is because if you're using stale eggs then the yolks break and the whole thing isn't quite as nice. So do what I do. Look at the date stamps very carefully when you're buying eggs, and I'll remind you of another little trick that I probably told you about the last time in the last series, and that was to find out what day your supermarket has deliveries. These are really fresh because I managed to get these from a farm especially for the programme. There we are. 6 fresh eggs. Now just sprinkle a little salt onto the eggs and some freshly milled pepper. And then the next thing you do is just cover them with the rest of the cheese. So just sprinkle that on gently so that they don't break. You might need to just do a bit of patchwork around the edges to make sure you've got the cheese thoroughly distributed, and as usual reincorporate any little escaped bits. Then you just put a few flecks of butter on, and you have the oven preheated to gas mark 4, that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you put it on the centre shelf, and it'll take only 15 minutes to cook. 15 minutes if you like your eggs nice and soft, or you could give it 20 if you like them a little bit firmer. Either way, that's all it takes. And I've got some Alpine eggs in the oven waiting to come out now, so we'll just have a look at the finished version. What happens is the cheese comes up beautifully puffy at the top there, and then what I like to do is serve it sprinkled with some fresh chopped chives, snipped chives. If you haven't got chives, you can use parsley, or you can use very finely chopped spring onions, but that does add a nice bit of flavour. And one thing I haven't mentioned is that you can make Alpine eggs individually, 2 ounces of cheese and 1 egg per person, in little ramekin dishes. That would make a good first course at a dinner party, or a very good quick meal for one person. Anyway, that's Alpine eggs.